Hello there, it's Deej here on my journey to catch 'em all. I'm going to be doing some PSA experiments and I'm going to be putting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 subs into PSA tonight because in the past I've been doing huge subs, 150 cards last week. I got 350 cards coming back next week. And they're starting to really punish me on those subs way more than any of my like 75, 100 card subs. And I think part of that is because of the volume that they're getting recently, but a lot of it is also greater fatigue, just like in the title. If you're sitting there and somebody sends in 150 cards, you're like, God, why did they give me this order? Seriously, I have to go through 150 cards. And even with me, you know, I send some more common cards, some holos. So they probably don't like my orders very much. So I'm going to share the love with all the PSA graders. And this is a strategy that I know a couple other people use and they swear by it. And it really does make sense. They're just humans. It's psychology. Again, I have that 350 card order coming back next week. So we'll get another percent. My last one was like 60% tens, which is probably one of my worst ever. And it's also my biggest sub ever before this next 350 card one. So I'm expecting around 50 to 60% on that sub too. And I even pre-grade a ton. You guys have been here for a lot of that. It's not like I'm sending, you know, 9s, 8s. I'm not looking at them. These are cards that I pre-graded. I thought they had a good chance at getting 10s, you know, so it is what it is. So I learned from somebody in the Pika Pika Papa Discord last night, Chiz10, sorry if I butchered your name, but that you can use this a new way to submit. I've never done it like this. I didn't even know this was possible. But you can use this assisted submission thing. And okay, so another trick to grading is when you submit one card at a higher tier, you have to write on the outside of the box that it's value or express or whatever, because PSA wants to open those boxes faster, get it in their system so they can get it back to you because you're paying an exorbitant amount of money. Normally that's a separate sub, so you send your bulk sub and the value card in the same package. And so they open up the value card and like, okay, I guess I gotta do something with this bulk sub. So they process it and put it in the system. So theoretically it makes you get your cards back faster, but I've just not been convinced lately because I've been doing that and my cards have been taking way longer, like past the due date. So I want to just do a legitimate test. We are going to put in our value card, but I learned if you do it like this, you can actually get the value sub and the bulk sub in literally the same submission number. So it's not actually two different subs. So what are they going to do in that case? I don't know. We'll see. This is a PSA experiment. So I have some really unique ones in this. I want to submit some stickers and stuff. These come from the Crown Zenith tins. Okay, this is what I'm talking about here. So I have 20 cards and the $40 tier in the same sub. And normally you can't do that. So we're going to see if this speeds it up at a different speed than doing it the way that most people have always done it throughout history of time. 24 plus 20, 44, 64, 84, 107, 108, 130, 151 cards. All right, so after packing up all those orders, this is the final result. We have the original order, which is using the easy mode, which has a value plus and a bulk sub in it, but using PSA's weird method that kind of makes it a different type of order. We'll see if they treat it differently. Then we just have a regular bulk order. How long is it going to take this compared to speeding it up with the value plus? And then we have the big boy, which has, I think, 6 bulk orders and one card value plus order. So we want them to open this up, get all those bulk ones in the system, and we're going to compare it to this and this. Let's see what PSA really likes to do. Well, that took a while. 4 months later, here we are. And it was pretty interesting experiment. I'm glad that I split it up like this because it gives me some knowledge on how PSA does their stuff. There was some unexpectedly bad things that happened, and there were some unexpectedly good things that happened, and just some things that were weird. Okay, so I finally compiled all the data. I got it all back, and this is the way I split it up. So I got the value in the bulk assisted sub here. I got the bulk sub that I sent by itself, and then I have the value that I sent with 5 bulk orders down here. So all 3 packages that I sent split up. So let's start with the assisted sub, where they go all under one sub number. So they all arrived on 7/18, so that's interesting. That was perfect for this experiment to see which ones get done faster, which ones don't. So the value got done in 39 days. Got a 10 on it. The value that I sent with the other cards got done in 35 days. Go figure. And it also got a 10. Those were both Tyranitar, Pokemon Center Rockets Tyranitar cards. So for the bulk order that got sent with just the value in the assisted submission, so either they just like to punish beginners or I just sent a bunch of non-10s. We'll get into some theory here in a second, but I got 30%, and that got done in 77 days. Okay, so here's something that's very interesting. For all my people who believe that sending at value makes your subs go faster, I think there is some validity to it, but I also think that there's some nuance to it. Because a lot of people will say that your return time doesn't actually start until your order prep time happens, right? So you can see that because I didn't send it with a value, they didn't open that package as fast. So they didn't get that package opened and prepped until August 5th versus July 21st and 22nd. So in that sense, the value does make them open your package sooner. But it only took 5 more days than this bulk sub. And it took 1 more day than this bulk sub. So does it really extend your return time? Or is it just placebo effect that because they opened it faster, they're grading it faster? To me, this tells me it's inconclusive. And granted, 1 sub by itself is a very small sample size. And the fact that PSA is just genuinely consistently inconsistent tells me that if I were to send another one, maybe it would take longer than the 82 days. Maybe this was a fast, non-value sped up sub. But the main thing you want from PSA is 10s. And this thing did not give me any more 10s. Okay. Only 36% 10 rate. This is terrible. Some of my worst subs of all time. So some of this I'm blaming on just sending 20 cards. And some of this I'm blaming on PSA's grading harder. And some of it I'm blaming on I got a bad, mean grader who got ketchup on his shirt at lunch. Okay. So for the other bulk of my cards that I sent, you can see that they all got done in different times. Some got done in 52 days. Literally a whole month sooner than some of the other ones. So again, these were nothing special. Like they're about the same order size. The cards in them were all pretty standard. My Deej style cards. It's inconsistent. And it's not like I'm pre-grading these cards any different. Look at the difference in these 10 rates. 90%, 91%. And then this person that got these done the fastest, right? They're like, okay, I'll just pick these up. I'm going to make some guy's day by picking up his bulk sub sooner. Yeah, not when you give me 45% on both, clown. So to me, there's no coincidence there. The same grader picked those up. The same grader graded them with the same style. They didn't like my pre-grading. Whatever. I'm a lenient pre-grader because I'm going more volume than I need every card I send to be a 10. 45% is not good enough. I've done the calculations and the math with the prices that I sell my 9s at. I can get like about 30% and still make money comfortably. Anything less than that, it's just like, what are you doing, dude? You need to get better at pre-grading. But again, I'm not pre-grading these cards any differently, and I got 90% on this sub. So whenever you see me pre-grading in my live streams, go check it out. I have lots of live stream replays back there that say how I pre-grade. Maybe you want to go listen to somebody else after seeing these gem rates. But point is, when I'll say, oh, this has a chance at a 10. Oh, this has a chance. Like they genuinely do have a chance. It just depends on what grader you got. Because on these subs, I definitely got nice graders. Like 21 out of 23, 18 out of 20. That's amazing. So overall, breaking up my subs into 20 cards a piece of got me about 58% gem rate, which is, again, not ideal. But I think that's also just how PSA is grading right now. But the real experiment to this was comparing it to my large subs. So my last 4 subs that I sent to PSA were 94, or sorry, were 314, 153, 100 cards, 206 cards. So out of 773 cards, I got a 65% gem rate, which is better. Like 58% was almost my worst. I would have to look at this one. I might have sent some vintage in this one. But again, that's the one bad one. And then my one that I sent 314, I got 73% gem rate, which is amazing. And I got it all done in one. I saved money on shipping. I saved money on return shipping. So what do I learn? What am I taking from this experiment? Well, for one, I really don't plan on breaking up my subs into 20 cards a piece because I end up just paying more. And if in volume, I just want to pay the least possible to increase my profit by as much as possible. And with the gem rates, I see consistently inconsistent. So I'm not going to let me thinking I'm going to get a better gem rate by sending less cards to affect my decision. It's going to be consistently inconsistent. I might as well just save the most money. Will I send one card value to speed up my subs anymore? Probably. For placebo, to also just have the rush of having that one card that's worth the most come back a little sooner. You get that little more excitement. You don't just wait for one grading day. It was kind of fun waiting for, 7 grading days versus one grading day. But at the same time, it's so frustrating knowing that, dude, I sent these all at the same time. Why is this one taking a month longer? And if you like this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment, and check out this video because you'll probably like this one too. And thanks again for joining me on my journey to catch 'em all.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side.